Howdy friends, this is Rob Monty with Monty Design once again, bringing you part 3 in a 3-part tutorial on how to add a video hero to your Divi theme-based WordPress site. I'm going to continue to use the thiefstoppers.com site here as an example of this technique. In part 2, I mentioned that I had added a special class to a section here. The section that specifically houses the shortcode for the video and the video hero banner content. I went down to where you can declare a custom CSS class and add it to this section, and you can see here I've added transparent black. Now let me move over to the child theme CSS. Now let me say in passing here that I'm using a plugin called the child theme configurator to automatically generate a child theme right within the WordPress admin. Traditionally, if you create a child theme, you have to use a text editor and create files and upload them via an FTP client. That's all well and good if you know enough about how to do it. But when you're in a hurry, I'm all for cutting corners where practicable. And the child theme configurator plugin is really great. You basically choose which theme you want as your parent theme. You give your child theme a name. You click a button, it generates the child theme and makes it active. And then you can come here in the WordPress editor and edit the CSS of the child theme rather than your parent theme. Now, why do you want to do that? Well, if you're a relative newcomer to WordPress and you haven't been through the parent theme, child theme thing, very briefly, if you purchase a theme from a theme editor or a theme author, excuse me, that the person who built that theme is going to be releasing updates for their theme because the WordPress core is getting updated all the time. If you have edited that theme directly, whether you've edited the functions.php file or the style sheet, then you run a very great risk of having all your customizations wiped out when that theme gets updated. So you want to work from a child theme. A child theme basically inherits all the functionality of a parent theme and the styles, and then you can create overrides, whether in a style sheet or via a functions.php or a footer.php file that live in your child theme folder. And so what that does is it removes risk for you. So you don't have to repeat work, you don't have to recover from losing custom work. It's just a much safer way to operate. Now, having said that, I will also say that there is an element of what they call cowboy coding involved in what I'm doing here. I've created the child theme and I'm editing the CSS right within the WordPress editor. That's not a best practice. I have to admit I'm guilty. Okay, what you should do is have a local copy of your code. You edit and test it there, and once you've got it right, then you shoot it to your server so you don't run the risk of mucking up your live site. Now, the child theme configurator eliminates a lot of that risk because I'm working in a child theme and I'm working on CSS, so I can easily roll back changes or comment out CSS if it breaks something. So I'm not too worried about doing cowboy coding here. For those of you workflow purists out there listening to me, if your toes are curling and your teeth are set on edge, I'm sorry. This is a workflow that works for me. I'm sticking to it. Okay? But I admit that this isn't necessarily a best practice. All right. Now that that's all out of the way, let me draw your attention to these classes. You can see transparent black, transparent white, transparent canvas, transparent aqua, transparent red here. What I've done is I've set a background color for each of these classes in CSS using RGBA. RGBA is just a way of setting colors using red, green, blue values, and then a transparency value that's between 0 and 1. 1 is completely opaque, 0 is completely transparent. If you choose a decimal in between there, it's going to be semi-transparent. And the closer you get to 1, the less transparent it is. The closer you get to 0, the more transparent it is. I think that makes great sense. This is very easy. I've got this lovely little color picker here on my beloved Macintosh that I have souped up with an extension. Some other time I'll talk about how to do this. But I've chosen an orange color here that I like. It's giving me the RGBA values here. I can just copy, paste over here to set my color. And then I just have to edit the alpha or transparency value in the declaration here to get it to the level of transparency that I want, and then the result is what you see here. You've got the transparent black. Oop, let me move my color picker out of the way. You've got the transparent black here. This is the transparent white class set on the section. Transparent aqua, transparent red. I don't think I used the transparent canvas on this page, but anyway, you get the point. It's semi-transparent, so it allows that fixed position background video to bleed through, which just gives an added level of visual interest to your content section. So I hope that this has been an enjoyable and useful tutorial for you. I'll have more to come. In the meantime, I'm grateful that you took time to watch this, and now go make some pretty stuff.